Hey guys, it's been a long time since I made this kind of video and I'm very sorry about the shaky camera. Alright, I hope you guys can see. It's 4 o'clock my morning and I decided to do a video for the latest journal pages I'm creating using fabric. I have a lot of fabric and I really didn't know what to do with it. I also have a lot of scraps papers, basically those from the cardboard boxes and so on. So I decided to make these journal pages. Normally, when they make the pages, it's usually the cover page will be fabric, right? But what I did was I went an extra mile. I don't know, maybe I just wanted to challenge myself to see whether it's feasible, possible, plausible. And I think it depends on the type of what they call that fabric and everything that you have, right? I think this was one of the nicest things I have done. Maybe I will make some cards at some point of time, but for now I'm just going to make journal pages. I got a lot of fabric, trust me. So what I did was I actually, they're not perfect by the way, because it's a lot of pages and it's very hard to get them to be perfect, but these are all made from recycled materials, so I'm very happy with what I'm doing. Just give me a moment. So just to give you okay, of course this has a lot of gap, but I'm okay with that because it's going to the back. All right, and as you arrange more pieces, for example, come on, all right, go through this, and if I put a few more things, I might get a very decent set of pages going, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And I got a lot of pages. In fact, I made about 7 or 8 signatures with about 6 to 7 pages each. So here you can put in stickers, or you can paint on them if you have to, or you can actually just put in some nice words, flowers. I mean, I'm going to add a bit of flowers here and there. I mean, I'm not a flower person, as you guys know, but maybe buttons. And I know sometimes in certain places when you add flowers it look nice. Okay, I got a lot of paper flowers as well, and I also got I think I got fabric flowers that I made with my own hand. But some of this, if you notice, it looks really nice, especially this type of page. And got a lot of different design actually. This is a bit more flowery. All right, there are, some of them are satin, some of them are cotton. I felt that the cotton ones were the best, but if you don't have cotton you can do anything else. By the way, I'm making this video because one of my IT contacts, she wanted to know how these are made. She wanted to have some short videos, and I'm making this because of her request actually. And if you notice, right, the bigger the pages and sometimes it turns out nicer. All right, this is gorgeous. I love it. This is more like the lighter material. It was very hard to handle, but it turned out okay. Very pastel-y. So this is satin. All right, another satin paisley motif. This is more to silk, I think. Satin. All this was given away by my parents. I mean, back in my hometown, one of my neighbors is she is a tailor, so she gave all this. This was very pretty. This is actually a cheongsam material, so this was the leftover, and I made a cover, and inside were lace. I have not quite finished this. I still need to fine tune them, but this is for a main cover, right? So I literally used anything and everything that I had All right, I have the jazz music playing in the background, and yeah, the advertisement, so ignore it. So if you notice this, right, this is actually a tag, and I think this is a Ranger. Yeah, this is a Ranger, something I bought, or maybe something one of my craft friends sent to me, I can't remember. All right, put this aside first. So tags, these are tags. Rosie Studio tags, all kinds of tags. All right. If they're too flimsy, then I'm going to stick another piece of paper and make it thicker. Right, same thing over here. This is a tag. This is my leftover, I think, drawing pad. Tags, tags. Most of it are tag sticker, super glue, paint, mask box. These are mostly tags. I do have, I peeled off the, what they call that, the shiny piece of paper. These are Magnum boxes. The mini Magnums comes in these boxes. So I have a bunch of these. And I also have this that I've not worked on. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this stack of, what they call that, packaging boxes. But yeah, this is perfect because it's all the same size and all that, and I like the flip tags here. So let's see how this goes. Alright, I'm going to go into the process. I'm not going to do a lengthy video, but just to give you guys an idea. And probably I'll do other, it's just going to be a short one. Then after that, probably another day I'll make another video. Alright, just give me a moment. It's easier when you have a stack of paper with you. You have created this. Then go back, look through your stash. If you want to use the same colors, that's fine, but I literally picked every single piece of material, small, big, or whatever, it doesn't matter. I've cut them in squares. Actually, I already pre-cut them. Once you pre-cut them, the next step that you need to do is, for each one of these, right, when you're cutting them, that's when you're supposed to do this. But let's say for each one of it, like you see which, this is the reason why you shouldn't take it out, because the moment you take it out, you lose it again, something like this, right? So prepare every single one of them, every single one of this piece that you have, regardless how big, small that you want. You don't have to do this for everything, but let's say if you just pick a few, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, it doesn't matter. Then you prepare the whole entire bunch, because this will help to get the whole entire thing, the process, faster. All right, so keep doing this until you completed it. Okay, the next part here is the adhering of the glue, right? And that's the part where we're going to have fun, because yes, you can use Aleene's tacky glue or fabric, Aleene's not tacky glue, fabric glue. But the thing here is, I'm not going to use Aleene or anything. I'm just going to use our regular white glue. This is from my local DIY. All right, I mix them with a little bit of water, not too much. It depends on thickness, because sometimes the glue, even though they're the same brand, some of them are super thick. Could be because it's a bit older. Some of them are too light. So normally when I check, I see something like this, a consistency of not too thick, not too light either. If you think it's too watery, just add water a bit more. I'm not going to use it right straight from the bottle, because that's too thick. So you still have to mix a little bit of water. Okay, so I think this is a bit too thick for me, so I'm just going to open, pour it, eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, this is my way of doing, and most, fabric glues are expensive over here, so I have to get a bit smart, and that's why I ended up using white glue. You see here, it's getting thicker. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, so very, very thin layer. By the way, this is a very cheap brush, so I don't mind using it here. When you apply a very thin layer, it will start absorbing. The problem with this tire paper, right, because this has the shiny front, the shiny part of it, and it doesn't really absorb the glue like when you have this cardboard type. This absorbs the glue much better, and this doesn't. So you have to really apply only one single layer, and you can start seeing that it's getting a bit sticky. All right, that's fine. Just let it get sticky. It's a very messy job, guys. It's really messy. So, and you have to have lots of patience. So do this on one of the days when you're trying to contemplate killing someone or murdering someone because you're so mad. Try to do it one of those days. All right, so let me move that for a while. And don't worry if you apply too much of glue, just wipe it with a cloth. So I always have my, I can't find my towel right now. I always have a piece of towel with me. All right, but yeah, a piece of towel with me. So if it's too wet, I'll just remove it. So the whole entire thing is, it's okay if it doesn't stick, and it also depends on your project. For me, I'm not looking at it to be like really sticky. It's just that as long as it doesn't move, and I can do the wrap around. And if you also notice, right, I made sure that I picked the side that had the most design on it, and you guys can see it's like, you know, like the Velcro, where when you're using Velcro, so it has that kind of feel once the glue sticks. So just do this. So let's say if I lift it up now, it still can come out. It's not going to stick permanently, but notice that it's a bit more sticky. So let's see if the glue has worn off. It's a bit too much there. It's kind of, right? There you go. Smooth it out until there are no creases. Once in a while you're going to get a crease. It's okay. Sometimes it happens. Don't fret. Okay. Here's my... Okay. Notice? It's stuck. Right, now we are going to cut the extra. Just this is my this is actually for my art, but I allocated this for my fabric. In fact, I got a better scissors, but I'm too lazy to take it out. So cut the leftover. Please keep some space so that you have enough room to do the wrap. Right, so now that's one thing that we're going to do. We're going to cut the corners. Okay, I scoured through YouTube for the best method for the corners, and this is the best I could find. I'm sorry if you guys can't see it because I can't view what you see. So I'm going to cut all the 4 corners. And by the way, the best thing to do after you do this is to sew. I haven't decided whether I'm going to sew or not, but I'll show you some of my projects which I sewed. Okay, I mean, I didn't sew actually. I was too lazy. I asked my mom, so she helped me to sew. Alright, now let's repeat the process. Try to keep within the line, but I know like people like me, And if it doesn't stick right, you know what you need to do? You need to take a bit of the white glue that you used just now. Just apply it at the edge. Don't know whether you can see. Just apply it at the edge. Otherwise it's too. Yeah, I prefer to use my fingers. Just cut the extra thread off. I should have done this before, but yeah, forgot. Okay. Cut a little bit off here as well. Okay, there's one part I forgot. I always forget this part. The middle. I need to do something about the midpoint. You'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, I should have done this when I first collected the pages, but I now collected the materials, but I completely forgot, so now I have to get a bit smart. Okay, so remember the midpoint. All right, the midpoint is this, right? So what you need to do is you need to cover the midpoint. You'll know why when you see my next videos. So let me just remove this. Okay, let's just add a little bit of glue. Glue, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys, just as long as it covers the midpoint. Okay, and let's get the rest of the middle point done. Just make sure that it's tight, otherwise when you'll be very loose. Okay, repeat the same here. I shouldn't have applied the glue earlier, but never mind. I didn't plan this video, just like I was so bored. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this video today, otherwise I'll never get it done. So I'm so sorry if I'm all over the place. See, when you don't wrap it tight, you can see the edges. So just remove it a bit, apply glue, and just pull it, not too hard. Okay, now let's do the sides. Sometimes they are perfect, sometimes when you don't cut properly the corners, this is what happens. Add a little bit of glue. So imagine I did this for the 40 plus year. I was a bit crazy. Okay, it sticks. Let's see if it doesn't stick. Ta-da! Done. You can use a bit more, especially on the corners, right? If you think it's not sticking properly, just use the clip. I got small ones as well, but I'm gonna go with the big ones for this. See what happens when you cut too close? yeah, the seams will start ripping, so you need to glue it down. Yes, got it. So you just have to little bit of patience and maybe not cut it too close like what I've done. I trying to get this as perfect as possible. Sometimes I'm not able to, sometimes it's perfect. So yeah. So just okay. So normally what we are supposed to do is after this, if you look at the insides of my, alright, so this is the difference. Here if you notice that I've used a fabric. So when you place a piece of paper here and here, what you'll see is a black line, and it's okay if it's a different material, but because it's black here as well, so it's not going to be that obvious. You can't see it much. It just blends in with whatever that you have, and you don't, this is what happens. You can see the background, the backbone. So I can't use this in the front, I have to put it somewhere at the back so that when you flip it open, you alright. The other thing I like to do is, if you notice, right, this is the what they call that, the edge of the material, right? And I don't want it to go inside because this is already perfect by itself. So what I will do is I will glue it close to the edge. Okay, I'll glue it close to the edge like this, so that it just, I do it process here, so this will be faster. Okay. Again, thin layer of glue. If you have too much, just move it across. Leave it for a while, let it dry a bit. Okay. The rest we can do it in a bit, but this is the important bit because we don't want the whites to be seen. You can go a bit over, not a big deal. Okay. Just need to make sure that you have fabric covering the entire thing a bit. Just clip it just in case, you know, if it moves, might be better. Yeah, it's already stuck. Okay. Kind of like it. Just need to make sure that, because this is the part where the clip went in. Let's cut the edges a bit. It's like all kinds of sizes. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna take forever, you know. I'm so sorry. I think if my mom sees this, she'd be like crying. It's like, can't you get your scissors out and you don't need too much of this. It's the one inside will be better because it gives you more space for you to wrap. Yeah, I can never cut straight, so yeah, and plus it's a small scissors as you guys know. So I'm just going to take one part of this This is what I'm doing. I forgot that you can't see it on the camera. Yep, I'm a very messy person when it comes to glue and all that. I really hate. Okay. Okay, now you have to do the sides. Okay, let's go with the scissors. More space than earlier. It's just like a V. Too much of fabric. Then you have the rounded corners is a bit tricky because sometimes you can't get its sharp edges, but that's okay. And by the way guys, I'm not a journal maker. This is just me trying to utilize all my fabric and my cardboard boxes that this is from pandemic. I mean, I started this project some time ago and I never got it completed. I just had them cut and arranged, you know, the matching fabric pieces and all that, but it has been sitting in that box for a year and a half, and I decided that I'm gonna start working on this. No more delays. So yeah, let's start. Edges, glue on the edges. Don't worry about the loose piece. I should have used this for the back. Okay. Right. Now let's use a little bit glue here. A bit more there. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. And wrap it over. Oh, this is an easier material. Alright? This is easier than the previous one that I used. It just sticks. I'm not too worried about this corner. As long as they stick, I'm happy. So I'm going to use my clip here to hold the corners. Same thing here. No, it doesn't stick, so a little bit of glue and dilate it with the If you have too much of a problem with the edges, just take a clip and just clip them. That's it. It will stick after a while. Alright. Okay, one more side. hold in the sides. Hold in the sides. Okay, leave them aside. Okay, remember the other piece that we did just now? And I can't remember where I kept it. Ah, yeah, I found it. So, let's remove the. That's fine. There you go. Ta-da! The outside is done, and the best part, you have, look at the way the design turns out, and you have a plain black at the back. So here probably you can stick a photo or stickers or anything. All right. The lining inside, and I'll try to the lining inside. And this is one of those that had the fabric. I pasted the fabric, and if you notice, right, yeah. Right, it's almost, I think I pasted a different fabric, unless it's because I made it, I know, but if it's just like any other you folks, you will not see the difference because both of them are black and they have the red hint, and they also have red over here, so it kind of blended. All right, so we can use it in this way, or you can even turn it upside down. I don't know which is upside down, but you know, any manner will have, you can use it in any manner. All right, okay, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much, and take care. I'm gonna make the rest. See you guys. Good night.